It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Voyagers and the Condors, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
At the southern tip of the Chesapeake Bay, EA Sports brings you coverage of the National Football League from Virginia Beach here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Condors of Rio de Janeiro taking on the Voyagers of Virginia Beach. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you. And, Charles, we look at this Virginia Beach team entering this game.
They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cariocas,
they come in just in an absolute free-fall. Losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And he returns this to the 22.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
And Walker once more.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Pressure again, and down he goes again.
It was Myles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back who likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
It's a gain of 34.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jackson.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Jackson.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the other direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
3rd and 5.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they bring out their punter. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second down, it's Walker, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Anders Carlson now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw his Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. And this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. On play action, it's Carr.
outside here, going to be incomplete. But you look at this defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 7-7, our score after 1.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now Carr. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And that one too wide and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Tucker's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now it's Lockett. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Option play, they'll give to Walker.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Joseph Charlton on now to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. To return is Roberts. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now after the INT, it's Carr.
Out route, and this is Henry with a catch.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Carr now to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2.
Jackson. Open man, Higby, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jackson will throw again. That's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Voyagers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. For the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Carr to throw on 2nd down. It's Carr, block it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's Carr to throw. Returning right back to Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Carr now on 1st down. Carr, it's Wilson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Shotgun now for Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Tucker's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They go play action with Jackson. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
They're on the 24-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Short pass caught by Henry. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. On play action, it's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Judon in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 35, here's second down at 7.
At the 35-yard line.
Jackson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice
nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Here's Jackson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Voyagers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 5. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. This taken in right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 14.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Short throw, he's got Kraft.
To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Now Carr.
Throw out wide to Walker.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Now the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Jackson's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. To throw is Jackson. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41.
Back to the ground with Hall.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now it's Jackson. He gets this one to Boyd. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Jackson options out left. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
So here now is Anders Carlson in a really big spot.
This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? But this one wasn't sleeping, maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them, now they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. They'll run the toss to Walker. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
Here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Now Jackson on first down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Roberts got it. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line.
And the Rio offense set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Carr now to throw.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun.
They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Jackson on 1st down.
And it's caught one more time by Boyd.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson, options out left. Oh, able to avoid him. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
Carr now on first down. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Throwing now is Carr.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
He's got Henry.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts. They want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
On first down, right back to Hall.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jackson to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 15. A minute 37 remaining. Well, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Samuel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Throwing his Carr. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Here's Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Carr. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long to Henry. And he will make his way out of bounds. That stops the clock, but they'll have something else to consider now. It's fourth down here.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Virginia Beach,
they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Rio,
add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.